And good evening, everyone. Today is the 8th of October, and we're going to go right into a presentation because I've actually done a lot of chit-chatting beforehand. Today we are talking about why LRP, and the answer is because it saves you money. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Now, many of you may recognize part of this presentation because I presented it multiple times when I come to visit you whenever I'm in Southeast Asia. I know I've done it in Singapore and in Malaysia, and whenever I come, people say to me, why LRP? Do the LRP presentation. And I've done it in the US so many different times, I feel like I'm getting a little crazy. But for today's call, I actually edited 90% of the presentation because I think there's new information out there, and there's certainly new ways of purchasing. And I want you to take advantage of that, and I don't want you to be stuck in old ways. Now, when we talk about LRP, we're always talking about why it's a money-saving offering from doTERRA, but I want you to also think about your family's health in general. So when you're talking about LRP, we're talking about your family's health, or maybe your personal health. Maybe you live alone, or maybe you have a pet and you want to try to help that pet to get a little healthier. But why do we talk about LRP? And I want to jump right in and tell you why. So when we talk about essential oils, we always want to talk about the human body systems. We're not talking about specific ailments, folks. And I know it's super tempting because most of the books have long, long lists of individual ailments and what you can use for those individual ailments. But when you're talking about a family, or you're talking about in general getting healthier, you want to think about body systems. So we don't just have a cut on our hand. We have the whole skin, hair, and nails, and that's called, on the far right, the integumentary system. So we're not just talking about a cut. Are you a person who bruises easily? Do you get cuts easily? You may want to strengthen your skin. So that's your integumentary system. Are you a person in general who feels a lot of aches and pains? It could be your musculoskeletal system on your left, far left, you see the skeleton there, or it could be your nervous system. You want to make sure you're pinpointing where your ailment lies and then strengthening that system. That's how we get healthier. We don't address individual symptoms, although essential oils are excellent for addressing individual symptoms. We look at strengthening our body's entire system, and that's how we get healthier. So don't be fooled. Don't think, oh, I have a cough. You may have a cough, but are you in general a person who tends to wheeze, or has a runny nose, or gets stuffy sinuses, or maybe gets a congested chest from time to time? You're a person who probably needs to support your respiratory system. However, you may be a person who gets coughs and upset stomach or digestive issues. You want to support your digestive system. So we're looking at different systems of the body and not individual ailments. And so today we're going to talk about LRP in regard to supporting different body systems. And I'm going to give you 3 suggestions for LRP, and I hope that will help you. Okay, so I don't know if you started with a diamond kit, and I know some of you did. I did, and I have to say, when I started with my diamond kit, it felt like Christmas. Now, here's the brand new diamond kit with the new essential oil carrying case. And I have to say, I'm so jealous because I just love the carrying case. It is beautiful. It's a little heavy, of course, because it's got every oil in there, but look at how great it looks. And if you were doing some sort of presentation or you needed a display, it is just amazing. And I've seen it up close, and it's even better up close. Here's the other thing. Here are all the products that the company has to offer, all in their brand new packaging. So you can see the new packaging of the creams and the lotions. It's so enticing. I would say if you can afford it, if your family can afford it, start with a diamond kit and encourage your teams to do the same. It really is a wonderful way to get started. And when we're talking about getting healthy, what better way than to begin to replace all of the products that we use in our household, including our supplements, our bath and body care, the things that we clean our house with, and all of the other products that this kit contains. You can see the wonderful diffuser up there on the top in the middle. Some of the body care products in the center, lower center, and right. And then to the far left, things like shampoos and roll-ons and supplements. It really is an amazing package. But let's say you didn't get started with this kit, or let's say you really can't encourage your family members at this point to start with this kit. It's just a little bit too much money. I want you to start with whatever kit you can afford. Even if it's a sampler kit, like the Family Essentials Kit. Now, I know this is not the most popular kit in Asia. The most popular kit, I think, is either Home Essentials, which is the larger size bottles of the same 10 basic essential oils with a diffuser, which in my mind is really the best value for your money. The Home Essentials Kit, which is just, this is like I said, a tiny little kit, has 5 milliliter bottles of all of the essential oils, the 10 easy ones that you need to get started with, plus beadlets, peppermint and On Guard beadlets. Does not include a diffuser, but the slightly larger size, even though it's a little bit more money, it really is a better value. You're getting almost triple the amount of essential oils plus your diffuser, and that's really a great way to get started. So whether you're choosing big or small or something in between, I support you on your journey, but you want to make sure that month by month you're getting yourself on LRP, and then you're beginning to understand what it is that your body and your family need. So let's launch right away. Okay, so number one is, why do we want to be on LRP at all? Because it saves us money. And so I was able to pull out this, this graphic that doTERRA did, and please feel free to take a screenshot of it. It's going to be posted, obviously, once the video is posted. But take a screenshot of this. Let's say you're really not sure. You wake up one morning, you know your LRP is about to launch, and you're thinking, oh no, what am I going to get this month? I want you to think about, what is it my body needs? So on the left-hand side, we actually have some kits that support different groups. We have the skincare kit, we have the children's kit, the athlete's kit, which is not the same as the athlete's kit in the black container that we've seen from before, tension relief, and then we have women's health. On the right-hand side, we have sort of mixed combos, starting at the top, an LLV pack, DDR Prime, and Lemon, which are great for just general health. On the a little further down, I would consider that just the weight loss program and a little bit of including a trim shake and some lip balm. Coming further down, I'm sort of going in a clockwise direction on the far right, folks. Terrazyme, Wild Orange, On Guard, and then the bottom, Digest and Soft Gels, IQ Mega, and then up to the center right under the words that say mixed combos. Balance, Intune, Serenity, Past Tense. I want to say that the ones on the far right are a little bit of everything, so that you're kind of addressing your family's needs. And on the left are more specific, more targeted products. What I like about the combos is that they allow you to kind of set it and forget it, if you will. If you're supporting your children, you're going to have to support them every single month, whether you like it or not. You want to make sure that they're getting their vitamins and their minerals and so on. If you have tension relief, you're going to need the products that you need for tension relief. But sometimes you just want to shake it up and you want to do things a little bit differently. And doTERRA clearly understands that. And so that's why they've come out with these LRP kits. Now, I know, and I know that somebody's going to type in the chat in about 1 second, we don't have those here. No, you don't, not yet. But I've actually done the extra step and gone back and identified all the PV for at least 3 of my favorite kits, and I want to take you to take a look at this. Why do we pick 125 PV? Because at 125 PV, before the 15th of the month, you will receive a free product every month. And that's money in your pocket. That free product can be used as a giveaway if you're sharing with your teams. It can be used as samples. You can even sell that product if you choose to. If you go to a fair or some other event, you can use it in your diffuser to diffuse. It's a gift to you from doTERRA, and it's usually worth about 20 PV. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's a little more, but we're going to average it out at 20 PV. So what if somebody were to hand you a $20 bill or a 20 Sing dollar bill or 20 units of any currency really, and say to you, here's something that I'm giving you as a free gift. I'm sure that you would accept it. So hitting that 125 PV mark before the 15th is really your first step in wisely choosing your products and making sure you're accommodating your family. Okay, so the first one here, I'm going to take some guesses. I'm not going to be able to see the chat, but I know you can chat if you want. So this is your first product grouping. Take a look at this. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. What body system does this support? Ready, go. Okay, for those of you who guessed the digestive system, you are correct. This particular PV pack for LRP pack supports the digestive system. And you can see it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some things that you're going to try to take on a daily basis, like Terrazyme and PB Assist or PB Assist Junior. Some things you may only take from time to time, like Digest Zen soft gels. Peppermint beadlets, you want to carry those with you every day. And if you're a person who in general is troubled by any sort of stomach or digestive ailment, you're going to want to keep the Digest Zen Touch and the peppermint beadlets with you at all times. Keep them in your purse, in your pocket, in your desk drawer, at your office, in your kitchen, wherever you're going to be able to find them and use them easily. So let's look at the pricing for this particular kit. Now, this is called a digestive support kit, and it is available through doTERRA, but I'm not going to identify it online specifically because I know that this particular call is geared towards Southeast Asia, and you may not have this kit available, but I want to show you if you were to pull all of these products into your cart, what it would cost you. Okay, so if you were to add PB Assist, Peppermint Beadlets, PB Assist Junior, Digest Zen Soft Gels, Digest Zen Terrazyme, and Digest Zen Touch, you would get, of course, the product of the month, which would cost you nothing. Your total PV would be $138.75, and your subtotal would be $147.75 in USD. I clearly understand that in Singapore and Malaysia, your dollar amount is going to be different, but your PV is going to be the same. And your estimated loyalty reports points earned are 41.62. That's a lot. Now, I'm at the 30% level, which means I've been in LRP for 12 plus months. So in my 13th month, basically, I got up to the 30% level. Well, I didn't. I went up a little faster because I came in with a diamond kit. And that's important to note. The bigger kits actually bump you up the LRP pathway, if you will, a little bit faster. And so that's also going to save you money. So if you are looking for something that's 125 or more, 125 PV or more, you have it right here at 138.75. And you can feel free to take a screenshot of this if you wish. This is the kit to support your digestive system. You can order this kit every month. You can order it every other month, but there's nothing in here that's going to go to waste. Now, some of you may be saying, why do I need PB Assist and PB Assist Junior? I'm going to tell you why. So if you're an adult, of course, you want to take PB Assist. But if you're an adult and you have in general tend to have stomach ailments, you're going to want to take PB Assist Junior. Take the entire box, take all the sachets out, put them in a teacup or a coffee mug on your counter, and take one whenever you think about it. It really is going to assist you. In addition, many sweeter foods, things like desserts and things containing a lot of sugar, can really harm our digestive system. Sugar is not really something that we want to be taking in excessive amounts. It is not healthy for us and can cause inflammation. PB Assist Junior actually is slightly sweet and can substitute for a sweetie or perhaps even a dessert on a regular basis. It's a great thing to add into your daily routine. You can take, as an adult, you can take up to 4 sachets a day. I think I may have even taken more if I've had an upset stomach. It's also very portable, so you can throw a couple of them in your handbag or your briefcase, in your desk drawer, and take them as needed. If for those of you trying to lose weight, PB Assist Junior is a wonderful way for you to maintain your weight or to actually take off a few pounds, because it allows you to avoid sweeter foods that may be higher in calories. Okay, next one. Take a look at this one and tell me what body system, folks. Remember, what does this support? Ready, go. Okay, if anybody said the immune system, you are correct. This is our support for our immune system. Our immune system basically supports all of the other systems. Because if our immune system is weak, we tend to fall prey to different ailments and diseases. We can't fight things off. I know for myself that my immune system has gotten stronger since I've been taking essential oils. When I get sick, I don't get as sick. Now, I can't say I never get sick. As you know, last week I was a little bit ill, but I had also, I don't even know how many hands I shook and people I hugged and people who kissed me and how many germs that I was exposed to, but it was really pretty short-lived. I got sick and I kind of rested, and then I got better. And I have to say, I was including in my new routine some of the new essential oils, the yarrow palm and the green mandarin, and also the turmeric. We want to talk about inflammation when we talk about our immune system. We want to lower the levels of inflammation in our body and protect our immune system. As we know, autoimmune diseases are on the rise. There's also a rise of insect-borne illnesses, things like different sorts of encephalitic diseases, and also tick-borne diseases of various types, and we want to protect our bodies as much as we can. So from left to right, we have our copaiba essential oil, something I love and has just been released in a soft gel. Our On Guard Protective Blend soft gels, Breathe essential oil. It's shown here in a 5 milliliter, but in the next page, you're going to see I included a 15 PB Assist. On Guard Sanitizing Mist, great to carry with you. Oregano Touch, and On Guard Protective Blend. I have to tell you, the Copaiba and the On Guard are 2 of my best friends. I use so much On Guard, it's crazy. In our house, now that it's getting cooler, everybody's taking On Guard Protective Blend soft gels. My son was away on a school trip for a couple of days, and I sent him with the soft gels, and I've been pumping him with the soft gels since he got back. I think they must have been shouting and cheering for something, because he has a very hoarse voice. And he's a little bit sort of, I don't know, I think he's tired. He probably stayed up all late the 2 or 3 nights that he was away. But just that idea that I can easily and simply find remedies that can help him. And I know that I'm not loading him up with all sorts of over-the-counter medications or taking things prophylactically that aren't necessary. Here, I'm just basically supporting his immune system and helping him to feel 100%. He actually, for those of you who don't know, today is Columbus Day in the United States. So we celebrate Columbus having discovered the Americas, And many of us are off from work and school. My husband and my son are both off, and so we're going to kind of spend the day together. It's not the most beautiful day here today where I am. I'm looking out. It looks like it's about to start pouring rain, but maybe we'll go to the movies or something and enjoy the day. So today's a really good day to be celebrating, but apropos of supporting your immune system, you want to support your immune system nearly 365 days a year. And these are great products to have on hand, whether you're using them daily or periodically. So if you're a person who doesn't have the strongest immune system, you tend to get sick, you want to have these on hand all the time. If you're a person in general who's healthy, you maybe want to have these in your bathroom or kitchen cabinet in case you come down with something and you want to just quickly treat it. Okay, so now let's look at our LRP. Okay, On Guard, and included here, the On Guard 15 milliliter, the Oregano Touch, On Guard Sanitizing Mist, the Breathe 15 milliliter, as I mentioned to you, On Guard Soft Gels, PB Assist, Copaiba, and for this, if it was purchased before the 15th of the month, you would receive a free product. And obviously, I can't put what the free product is because I don't know. Every month it's a little bit different. PV for this would be 163.25. In US dollars, it would be 168.25 for those of you who are purchasing on Global Access. And the estimated loyalty rewards points, 48.98. So we've got, you earn a ton of loyalty rewards points, especially if you're at 30%. So let's think of this for a second. Now, let's say you weren't at 30%. I'm gonna do a little bit of math here. If you were at, let's break it down a little bit. If you were not at 30%, but you were at 10%, even 10%, you would wind up with at least 20 points or 20, I'm going to do the math because I know everybody's going to be asking me in about 2 seconds. You would get, actually, I'm sorry, 16 points. And if you were so if you were 10%, you would get 16 points. If you were 20%, you would get 32 points. So you would still make quite a lot of points, even if you have just started your LRP. And with either 16 or 32 points, you can buy quite a lot. With my 48 points, I'm actually going to be saving some of those points, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. We want to be saving our points for special events. Now, many of you we're all going into the holiday season. Here in the United States, Thanksgiving is about a month away. Halloween is a few weeks away, and while I'm not a big Halloween celebrator, and it's not necessarily a great time for celebrating or giving gifts per se, I do love to diffuse in my house, and I have a couple of special diffuser blends that I've mentioned here online that I like to keep going day and night because I have a lot of people visiting my household. What better way than to start using my points for some of those diffuser blends? At Christmas time, I'll be using my points to purchase teacher gifts and gifts for friends. There are so many new things out. The Christmas catalog is out, and I'm going to be talking about that next week. Actually, I'll add that onto I want to show you the new Christmas catalog. So the Christmas catalog is available. Some of the products, we actually saw many of the products when we were at convention. So there's a lot going on, folks. Why do you need your points? You want to be able to use them. For those of you in Diamond Club, you can be using your points for extra promotions and for sampling. For those of you not in Diamond Club, if you're sponsoring someone, you can use them to give a gift to that person to help them in their sponsorship. And last but not least, we all know that Christmas is coming. So many gifts have to be given. What better thing than to package up even 3 lip balms in a little organza bag, or some of the spa items, beautiful gifts that anybody would enjoy getting. I have to say, one of my favorite gifts to give is the body wash and the body butter. Most people just love them. They're also completely natural. They're not too big, so you don't feel like you're giving a giant jug of something, but just wonderful products that you can be giving all the way through Chinese New Year in February. So we've got a lot of gift giving events coming up in the next few months. Even Valentine's Day. Are you a Valentine's Day giver? Do you have someone that you love or that you care about and you want to show them how much you care about them? consider saving your points or beginning to use your points to accumulate for those gifts. Now is the time. You can actually cut your budget by using your LRP points. Okay, last but not least, everybody take a look at this. And this is a tricky one because I know you all want to say sleep, but sleep is not the body system. What's the body system that we support with these products? Ready, go. I'm watching the chat, everybody. Try to think of your body systems. Not your digestive system, not your immune system. Come on, people. I know you know this. What's the system? We want to feel more calm. We don't want to feel so, and that's the body system. Yes. Okay, good. Good. Thank you so much, everyone. So for those of you who said the nervous system, you are correct. This is the body system for the nerve to support the nervous system. So when we talk about the nervous system, obviously we can be talking about anything that has to do with an electrical impulse and the brain. So we can talk about ADD, ADHD, Parkinson's, maybe MS. We can talk about things like anxiety disorders or depression, anything that affects the nervous system, how we're feeling, our emotions. These are the products that we need to really calm down, to get a good night's sleep. If you are not sleeping well for whatever reason, whether you sleep with your phone under your pillow, and we all know that that's a big no-no. You fall asleep in front of the television, another one. Maybe you watch the terrible news on the television right before bedtime. I want you to try to really relax and get calm. I'm going to tell you a quick funny story. For those of you who don't know, I actually was able to walk the purple carpet at convention as a blue diamond with my two great friends and mentors, Hong and Nick Kilpack, who both walked as blue diamonds with me. And one of the things before I got on, I was feeling really kind of super nervous, actually. And I found that by just kind of inhaling a couple of oils and keeping them with me, I had an oil in my purse. I could feel the jitters in the middle of my stomach. Really helped me to sort of calm down and not to feel so tense. When we feel tense in different situations, we think sometimes we can feel happy tense or we can feel sad tense, right? We can feel happy tense. Oh my goodness, I'm going to walk across a red carpet. How exciting. But then you look out and you see all those hundreds or maybe even thousands of faces. I think there were 7,000 people at the dinner that night. And your stomach is all in a knot. And maybe you feel kind of emotional. Maybe you want to cry. You're not really sure what you feel, but you just feel very overwhelmed, if you will. This is a wonderful way to support your emotions. Maybe you feel super happy. Maybe you're not feeling so happy. Maybe you have some things that are going on in your life that are just difficult for you and you're not able to sleep. You're getting into bed at night and just tossing and turning. We want to make sure that we're supporting our nervous system, allowing ourselves to calm down, to get healthy, to sleep really well. Health really can be assisted with a good night's sleep and consistent sleep. So consider all of the essential oils here. From left to right, we have our wild orange, and in the next slide, you're going to see a 15 milliliter wild orange, not a 5. Balance essential oil, which I like to put on my feet every day, which was recommended to me by Dr. David Hill. Serenity essential oil in a diffuser or on the soles of your feet. Peace Touch Roll-On to keep with me during the day. Petitgrain, which I think is kind of the men's lavender. I like to blend actually the petitgrain, the cedarwood, and the lavender together in a diffuser, sort of that citrusy, woody, and floral, which makes a lovely blend. Serenity Restful Capsules. I've actually been taking those. As you know, I was kind of under the weather last week, and I've been taking them at night to make sure that I get a good night's sleep. as well as diffusing so that my cough would go away. But I really am feeling very healthy right now. So that's a good thing. But Serenity, absolutely, my friend. I usually take 2 Serenity capsules right before bed if I feel like I need to get a good night's sleep or that I'm a little bit restless. I'll sometimes also add 4 drops of vetiver in a separate capsule. And I find that the combination of those 2 things really just allows me to ease right into a restful night's sleep. So here is our LRP. So lavender, cedarwood, Serenity soft gels, petitgrain, Peace Touch, Serenity again, but this time the 15 milliliter bottle of oil, Balance, wild orange. And if this were ordered before the 15th of the month, you would get a free product of the month. That's $155.75, and you would receive 46.73 in loyalty points earned. So for those of you who are super sharp, you may have realized that the last 2 LRPs were actually 150 points or more, and there's a reason for that. For those of you who are building your teams, you know that 150 PV is the key building block to building your bonuses, your power of 3 bonuses. And for anyone who's interested in building a team, I want to make sure that you personally are purchasing at 150 PV at a minimum every month. There are months that we want to purchase 200 PV. Part of that usually has to do with some specials. We've had some great specials over the last couple of months where you could purchase 200 PV and then earn an even bigger bonus. But the idea that 150 is kind of the minimum, especially if you are considering yourself a business builder or a sharer, that's kind of the level you want to be hitting each month. And so the last 2 LRPs actually hit 150. And for those of you who are sharp and saw it, that's good. Okay, here's another couple of recommendations. How about things just for men? For all the men on my call, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Things like black pepper. Oh, wait, no, we don't have white fur, although I know a couple of you have stores of white fur. That should actually say Siberian fur now. Frankincense, cedarwood, arborvitae, ginger, vetiver, sandalwood, and lemongrass, all wonderful for the cold and flu season. This man is very bundled up. I don't know where he lives. I don't have to wear scarves like that yet, but keep that in mind as we're going into the winter and the cold and flu season, whether it's used in a diffuser or applied to the skin. Men have special needs, and these are some wonderful essential oils for men, not too florally either, so that they can get support for their different body systems and really still smell not too feminine. So that's a good thing. Okay, so let's look at the monthly cost and what your savings is. And this is what I alluded to earlier. When you're looking at your monthly cash cost, doTERRA, we're looking at approximately, if you're purchasing 150 PV per month, your monthly cash cost is about $169. It may be a little bit higher if you're not matching PV for product for wholesale value. It can go up to 180, even as high as 200, depending on what you're purchasing. But I use 169 as kind of a benchmark. So if you are ordering, let's look at month 1. If you're ordering 169.51, your point credit will be actually 10%, and you'll get $16.95. Your shipping rebate will be 7. In the US, we have several different levels of shipping. I use sort of a medium rate of shipping. We actually have one that's cheaper than this, less expensive. But 7 is sort of the middle. If you go much higher or you need something quickly, you would get additional shipping rebate costs. Your time saved, it's going to take you at least an hour to get to the store and purchase all these products. The closest store I have to me is a smaller drugstore, not very far, but it's at least a 3 to 4 minute drive. And by the time I get in there, pick all the products, put them in the basket, get on the line, check out, find my credit card, get back in my car, it has to take me an hour. There's absolutely no way that it could take less than that. I'm saying that my time is worth $20 an hour, but your time may be worth a lot more. Maybe you're a doctor or a lawyer where your time is worth $100 an hour or more. So $20 is sort of the minimum. So at least let's say you saved an hour's worth of time. Gasoline saved. Now I put this at $2 because I really wasn't sure. And I also am factoring in things like people who take public transportation. Did you take a taxi to go shopping instead of taking the MRT? Are you able to walk to the store? So I put it at a very low $2, but let's just say that's your transportation cost in addition to your time saving. You get your product of the month. So we said before that that's worth approximately $20. Now dollars, these are all dollars, folks. And so your total monthly credits, now you don't get all of those in cash, of course, but that's what that credit is really worth to you. In your first month, when you're only getting 10% back, that credit is worth $65.95, almost $66 to you, US dollars. In month 3, when your LRP percentage jumps to 15%, it jumps to almost $75. In month 6, when you're at 20%, it jumps to almost $83. In month 9, it jumps to $91. And in month 13, when you get to 30%, it jumps to almost $100. $100, folks. Just think about that. So you are spending, it is true, $169.51 out of pocket, but what are you getting back in time and point credit and shipping rebates and so on, and gasoline saved? Almost $100. Now you can debate any of these line items with me, and even as I look at it, I see that there's some changes here that I would probably make, but the idea is this. Whether you are just starting your LRP or you've been on your LRP for a while, you know that it is a huge cost savings to you and your family. And over time, that credit begins to build. I know with my credits, I buy my laundry detergent, I buy some of my heavier items. Here's a trick, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I actually buy some of my items that have a lower PV for point value with my points, and that way I save money. I try to use the things that are evenly matched, points for points for dollar amount, for wholesale dollar amount, as much as I can in my LRP. So the ones that are closest, those are the ones I put in on my LRP. And then with my points, I buy the higher priced items where there's a big difference. Things like creams and shampoos and lotions and so on, and laundry detergent and hand soap. Wherever I can, I cash in my points to buy those extra items. Sometimes I'll buy myself a luxury item. Maybe it's a Melissa or a Rose Touch or something else. I cash in my points to buy things that are really maybe a little bit beyond my budget, but I want to make sure that I have them available to me. Okay, so what you don't buy from other stores when you're on LRP, you don't buy vitamins, moisturizer, skincare, Advil, aspirin, Tylenol, Panadol, Vicks Vapor Rub, allergy medication, Neosporin, that's that nasty antibacterial ointment. You don't buy things like Tums or Pepto-Bismol. You don't buy household cleaning supplies. You don't buy shampoo, conditioner, or styling gels. You don't buy laundry detergent or cough drops. So this is a huge savings to you, and also a huge time saver, because you don't have to run all out over town to try to buy some of these things. Okay, and I just want you to know that the top 20 online delivery services include Amazon Subscribe and Save, which I know all of you know about. I think Alibaba may even have a Subscribe and Save service now. Our local supermarket here is called ShopRite, and their delivery service is called Peapod, and that's for groceries. Kiwi Crate for crafts. Man Packs, I know this sounds crazy, but for underwear, socks, and razors. So yes, gentlemen, you can have your underwear delivered to your house. Paleo Packs for certain kind of snacks, and Just the Right Book for books. So people are using online delivery services, and they are using them all the time. This is not a mystery to anybody. So if you need to compare our LRP service to any online delivery service, go right ahead, because this is an idea whose time has come. Okay, we also purchase on LRP for convenience, of course, because it's easier. We do it because it's easy, right? It's a little bit easier than getting out there and shopping. And we do it because it supports all the members of our family, whether we're big or small or older or younger or the pregnant lady on the far right. Everybody in our family can be supported by using essential oils and by the LRP program. It's also the smartest way to buy. If you're buying individually, or you're buying single orders, or you're buying from time to time, it really isn't the smartest way to buy. If you have a certain month where you're really very strapped financially, bring your LRP down to the minimum if you need to, but keep it open so you don't lose your points. And then the following month, bring it back up to a normal level. But get into the habit of what I call transfer buying, identifying those products in your household that maybe you used to use from another company and finding a substitute in doTERRA that you can purchase and you can feel good about purchasing on a regular basis. And then finally, why do we purchase on LRP? Because it supports our dreams. And I don't know if you are saving for your children's college or maybe a pension plan when you're in your retirement. Maybe you have very high medical bills. Maybe you're saving for a vacation or a new home. All of those things are worthy goals. They're individual goals, and even further than that, you may want to give back to your community, give to your church or to a social organization that you belong to. All of those are things that we dream about, we think about. Maybe we want to give back to Healing Hands that supports so many worthy organizations. But how can we do that if we don't get our financial house in order? And part of the way we do that is to begin to budget. And we budget by knowing what our costs will be every single month. LRP helps us to identify those costs, to not overspend, to really think things through, and to get a certain set of products every single month. So I'm going to stop the share. And I'm going to actually answer any questions. So, oops. See what everybody's saying. Okay. So Suambi is reminding me that you do not have a shipping rebate in Asia. That is absolutely true. I'm sorry, but thank you for reminding me that to me. Some people are purchasing on GAC and they do have shipping rebate. I think that is coming, I have to say, I really do. But even in that instance, your shipping rebate is kind of minor. You know, it's usually between, I don't know, for us, it's about between $4 and $15. So let me, actually, I'm going to end the recording.